Hello everyone. I was appointed to head the IFSW Human Rights Commission in August 2018. As the Global Commissioner, I am honored to report on the work of the Commission over the last 2 years. During this time, we have had a number of accomplishments as well as challenges and have been a very active Commission. I've attended a number of meetings over the last 2 years, one being the executive meeting in Rheinfelden, Switzerland in July 2019. I also participated in regular meetings via Skype with the Israeli Censure Working Group, a subcommittee of the IFSW executive, which includes participation of the Human Rights Commissioner. The goal is to address and hopefully resolve the censure imposed on the Israeli Union of Social Workers in March 2018. I've also met with the regional commissioners via video conferencing. We've produced a number of documents, one being a description of duties and responsibilities of the regional commissioners. I also prepared a Human Rights Commission report for the executive meeting in Rheinfelden, and all the regional commissioners have submitted reports, and they are now posted on the IFSW website. Over the course of 2 years, we have also issued a number of statements, either recognizing the international days currently observed by the United Nations or responding to current human rights violations. Among them are a statement regarding International Human Rights Day, International Day of Solidarity with Palestinian People, International Migrants Day, and then a statement regarding the deepening crisis and human rights violations in Zimbabwe. Also a statement for democracy, social justice, and the end of international manipulation in Venezuela. I also sent a letter to support a social worker, a president of the Social Workers Union, who was charged for advocating on behalf of his members and fighting for their rights so they can defend and protect the rights of the most vulnerable and marginalized. I've also had communication with Michael Link, who is the UN Special Rapporteur on the situation of human rights in the Palestinian territory occupied since 1967. We have a number of challenges as we go forward. This is a deeply troubling time, and human rights are under attack. The lethal global pandemic has had an impact on all of us, albeit with differing challenges and resources depending on our geographic location and social, economic, and political conditions. At the same time, we have witnessed the rise of extreme right political forces, ongoing armed conflict, increasing division between extreme wealth and poverty, erosion of democratic processes, and massive migration of refugees. Many around the world struggle to stay alive. All this is in the context of the deepening climate crisis, with extreme weather resulting in typhoons, floods, wildfires, and drought. Many are experiencing food insecurity, starvation, and water shortages. Also, the pandemic has exposed and intensified society's inequalities, and the hardship for many has increased enormously. But for all of these injustices, there is resistance. Social workers have joined the recent mass mobilization against racial injustice initiated in the United States and spread to other cities of the world. Social workers are taking action to uphold human rights, their own and those of their clients. In some areas, the rights and lives of social workers are threatened. These conditions present immense challenges for social workers in all 5 regions and for the work of the regional human rights commissioners. Among the achievements, we now have commissioners in all 5 regions, and each is engaged in responding to human rights concerns in their area. The regional human rights reports are now posted on the IFSW website, and collectively we have an action plan for the coming year. European Regional Commissioner Marcin Brychko approached social workers in Poland to have a theme of human rights in social work as for their next conference in 2020, and it's the National Assembly of Social Workers, and they agreed. He also surveyed social workers internationally on human rights in social work practice, and a report on that will be forthcoming. As we plan for the next 2 years, we decided to have quarterly meetings of the regional commissioners, and this will facilitate the work of the commission. In the fall of 2019, I joined preliminary discussions with Rory Truell and Priska Fleischland regarding the development of a practitioner's guide to replace the 2000 manual on human rights in social work. The plan is to continue this work in the next 2 years with a planned production date of 2022 for a new manual or book. The Human Rights Commission will be engaged in this process. Regional commissioners also identified the need for curriculum resources on social work practice, and this will be a focus of our work. I hope to work more closely with others advocating for human rights, such as someone in the International Schools of Social Work who oversees human rights, and Amnesty International. I hope to also contact UN special rapporteurs as needed regarding human rights violations and access their reports. We will continue to issue statements to highlight human rights concerns, and all regional commissioners will be engaged in this process. The Commission will also attempt to issue these statements into the international media so that the social work voice can inform others. I encourage you to contact the Human Rights Commissioner for your region with human rights concerns and/or ideas of how the Commission can be more effective. In closing, I send you my greetings of solidarity.